We're back. Okay, Mr. McLaurin, director's report.
All right, due to the lateness of the hour, I will be very brief. I'm just very happy to report that February circulation is the highest of any February in the last 5 years. That also represents an 18.6% increase over the last 3 years, and that is totally contrary to any kind of national or local trend, where all our neighbor libraries are seeing a decrease. Program attendance likewise was the highest February in the last 5 years. The other item of significance, I'm not sure the explanation, but computer use, in-house computer use was also the highest February of any month in the last 5 years. Thank you.
Any questions? People want something? Any questions? Thank you. What's my watch? My watch got in 45. I gotta get one from the Thursday night. No problem now. Designation of the official newspapers.
Last note, I would undertake a comparison and looking into the journal news that we use and the Rockland County Times. I will tell you that the circulation difference between them is the journal news has circulation of 95,000 in the county. The Rockland County Times has circulation of 3,000. So, while I did not get any rates, no one called me back. The cost of listing in the Rockland County Times would have to be minuscule to be as cost effective as placing our public notices in the journal news. And plus, that while there might be a cost savings in being in the Rockland County Times, it's not reaching anybody, very few people. The 95,000 and the 3,000 are simply circulation. That doesn't really reflect readership. Those are all those additional people that are reading the newspaper in addition to the person that actually subscribes to it. And based on that I move that we appoint and record the library's official newspaper, the Journal News.
Is there a second?
There should be some discussion.
I'm sorry. Well, no.
I'm sorry.
Tony? Second? Second? Okay, discussion. Thank you.
I'd like to speak against the motion. I think that the Rockland County Times would be far more efficient dollar-wise. I dare say that there's not a person in this room who has looked at the legal notices of the Journal News in the last month. No one reads them. It's really a perfunctory act. It started way back in the days before newspapers, when there would be someone, and you've seen images of people walking around ringing the bells, shouting out the news. As towns and villages got a little larger, they had a bulletin board where they would put up public notices. As towns became cities and it was impractical for people to walk past town hall, they created illegal notices in the paper. Its only function is to satisfy a legal requirement. Almost no one reads the legal notices except for the lawyers who often place them and the people who might have some curious morbidity about it. They want to see who's getting divorced and they want to see which LLCs are going out of business. It makes no sense for this library, in my opinion, to spend more money than it needs to. If there was a benefit to having 95,000 people who suffer, people in NIAC, read the legal notices of the New City Library, I would think differently. But here, we just merely need to comply with a legal requirement, and as far as I'm concerned, we can do it far less expensive.
I'm sorry, one of the checks that I signed this evening was for the Journal News. It was around $35 to $36. Periodic notices that were required to post.
I have a question.
We all drive to save a few cents on a gallon. What's wrong with saving a few cents on a legal notice?
That's the $35 reflects what we pay when we have to publish a legal notice. It also includes an affidavit.
That's probably the notice that I placed for a special meeting. And actually, I went back after that, and I owe Chuck and Barbara an apology, because I I was under the impression that for special meetings, you have to do paid ed. When I went back and reread the open meetings law 7 times, I discovered that I was wrong and that you just have to send out a press release as they normally do. So I kind of wonder, one way or another, about how many legal notices we run here. I'm sure we run them on contracts and stuff. Could you sort of raise this? Because I really don't know.
Well, because it's by the word, we tend to try to keep it as brief as possible. I believe the longest one has to deal with the elections, and that's about the shorter request ones, probably around about 65, 75.
And about how many do you think?
We have two required direction processes. That's twice a year. Here, we're going
My own opinion, which I suppose I'm not supposed to do, is that if that's what we do, we're not announcing board meetings. We do that through press releases. But that if we want people, businesses, to be able to bid on getting business from the library, that's not a Clarkstown thing. And incidentally, the Rockland County Times is mostly a North Rockland paper, although,
Rockland County Times? No.
And I mean, it just seems
Mrs.
to
Schreiber.
me that the journal news is big in circulation, would, and maybe I'm wrong, would reach more businesses
Depends on what the requirements are. Like for money that's saved. We had to do two. We had to do the journal news and the Rockland County Times.
I'm sorry?
If they only had to do one, then they should just go for the County Times. North Rockland.
Why?
Plan.
Why would you want to use 2 newspapers and you only need 1?
They bring it to North Northwest, the other
Well, the journal news would be read by the people who read the Rockland County Times, they're covering them. You don't have to do, if you do the journal news, I mean, again, this is my thing, then you don't have to do the Rockland County Times because all those people read both. But like, I'm not trying to throw away our money, I'm just trying to make as many businesses as possible and give them the opportunity to get
I've gone away from readership is far in excess. The point is to have a notice out there, and whether people read it or not. If we're going to trouble posting a notice, we at least want to reach some people. And I don't think we're reaching enough people by placing a legal notice in the Rockland County Times, and I think that the journal news fits our needs.
And from what I'm asking, I have not discussed this with Stephanie before, but just from what I'm hearing, it's spending so much money altogether.
We do have somebody in the media here. I just want to express, if you'd be kind enough to speak, I know he's probably a layman in the New State Pass, because I remember talking to him. But would you be kind enough to tell us, since you're from the media outlet, which one would you, if you were a sitting trustee?
Excuse me, Tom, he's a reporter, not an advertising guy.
Was asking.
He's a reporter, not an ad guy, and I wouldn't ask
just want his
him,
opinion,
just
if
as I
possible.
wouldn't ask an ad guy about...
Madam Chair, I'm just asking, you would like to say no to me, or say, hey.
But budget.
That's all.
I'd like an answer to that.
Okay, you pay Adam Lewis.
Well, I said patch. Can you say patch?
Adam Lewis from Patch, New City Patch passes on the question. Okay, so we have a motion, what's the motion? Do we have a motion?
To appoint the Journal News as the official newspaper, second by
Now I know how to put it.
Any second? Second?
My second.
Okay. Jeffrey, oh, you're doing it, why am I doing it? Tony, all in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Matt? 7. Opposed?
Zero.
Edward? You got that, right? Okay, passed. Auditor, at the last meeting, I'm losing my voice. At the last meeting, somebody around there, I guess Jeffrey, was asked, Chuck,
Okay.
you were asked to
May
get
I
prices,
May I proceed?
please. I gotta get some work, I'm sorry.
We have made an outreach to our fellow directors in RCLS to request who they're using for auditing firms, based on the belief that they're doing a good job for them, they could do a good job for us as well. We sent it out to 4 firms: Fulton, Finns, Friga, and Strombinger, Korn Rosenblum LLP, Rennick and Company, Ray and Sigmore LLP. We received 2 prices back. Fulton, Finns, Friga, and Strombinger provided an annual fee of $10,500. They provided references. They included the annual audit, the filing of our IRS 990 return, and they expressed their availability to meet with the board or the finance committee at any time. The second bid was from Korn Rosenblum LLP. Their annual fee is $7,300. They also provided the quality references. They said they did the annual audit, file our IRS 990 return, that they were available to meet with the board, and they also said they provide or would provide internal control and compliance reports, and they further mentioned the New York State Charter 500 return that they would provide.
Madam Chair, I'd like to ask, if the budget and finance committee has reviewed these proposals also?
This price estimate was opened yesterday.
So, okay, so in that case, I'd like to table
The appointment of an auditor.
the appointment of the auditor until next meeting, until the budget and finance can meet.
Second?
I motion it. Or second.
Okay, all in favor? Everybody, that's fine. Okay, on we go. Attorney.
I'm just gonna,
You want to put that off until next?
yes, I'm gonna make a motion that similar to the appointment of auditor, that the appointment of the attorney also be referred to the personnel and finance committee, and we will meet and we report it next month.
And you're not on it. No, you're on policy. No, you aren't.
Can you believe it?